and a different dimension down south?
Yeah, one of the fundamental differences between the protests that took place in the north and the ones in the south is that the ones in the south has identifiable leaders. You can say this person now comes on and says, we are organizing a protest tomorrow. And this will be our meeting point, and this is where we're going. But in the whole north, nobody can pinpoint to you specifically who is responsible for the protests in Kaduna, in Jigawa, in Borno, in Kano State. So absence of leadership is one. And when you don't have leaders of protest leading a protest, then you simply have anarchy. How does a peaceful protest metamorphose into a violent one? There are 6 factors to it. The first has to do with perhaps the use of live bullets against peaceful protesters. The second has to do with infiltration of the protesters by thugs. Because thugs sometimes thugs don't need to be sponsored. They take advantage of such procession and then they loot. The third aspect of it has to do with the fact that if there are people with ulterior motives other than the one that were publicly advertised, you have violence. The fourth aspect of it is that when protests are sponsored, then it's not an organic procession, it's not an organic process that came from the people. It was designed to create disorder and anarchy in the land. The fourth aspect of it has to do with the fact that when you unleash thugs against peaceful protesters, then you will have violence. In our case here, the symptoms of anarchy and disorder was clear with what you have seen with the flags being displayed. When young people were called out to the street and they don't have anyone to guide them, then they guide themselves. And when mob rules, this is what we have.
But would you say that the protest in some way was politically motivated or sponsored? You said earlier that people were being given